So, I guess it's like a start of like me starting a podcast. Tell me how you really feel. Oh my god. I hope I didn't ruin it. This is my dog Diesel. He is my best friend. And yeah, I guess we'll get things started. But I guess I really want to get on here and just talk about like, one, I've been wanting to start a podcast, and I was like trying to do the most, and I was just like, oh, like I need a professional camera, I need like a studio. But I'm like, fuck it. Like, my iPhone front camera, and I got these like cheap little microphones on Amazon, and like my dog is like enough. He carries. Do you carry? He said no comment. I love him. But yeah, I guess I'm just gonna like just continue with it. I literally hate my bangs. I cut my own bangs and I think I fucked it up. I don't know. But Diesel, come here. Come here. You're a part of this TED Talk. Yes. But yeah, I guess let's go. Let's do it. But yeah, I guess like one topic of discussion is like, I'm 23. I started the adult entertainment industry, I guess, expecting success, which is like kind of, I feel like that's kind of like fucked up to say in a way, but like, it's like, I feel like I thought I was gonna do well, and who knows, maybe it's still in the cards for me in the future, but as of right now, like, I haven't been getting booked. I barely get booked, and I was like booked and busy from like pretty much like September, October to like December, and then my bookings were dry completely. And then I had like one booking with Trans Angels like a month or two ago. Like it was April, so like a month ago. And so it made me really evaluate my life when because I had a sugar daddy like the entirety of being in my apartment. And then when he was like gone and I didn't make as much money as I thought I did, it was just kind of like, oh, well, because also like I like living in LA, I live on the west side. I had a really hard time finding a job. Like I literally spent like months like putting in hundreds of job applications and got nowhere. And so I was like, okay, well, I guess I have to depend on sex work. And then like, since depending on sex work, like the amount of like sacrifice, bye baby, I've had to like do just to make ends meet and get by, because it's like I don't have a paycheck coming in. I'm depending on my OnlyFans income, and then like the girls who know the other kind of work. Like, it's not, I'm also not going to drop to a significantly low amount either unless I have to. So it's like pretty much doing that, and like, and I guess like, yeah, so just like me getting to that point now where it's just like, I don't know, I'm kind of, I'll put it back away here. Boo. They're looking at the camera, I don't know. But I feel like now I'm at a point where I'm kind of tired of it. Like, I've been doing it since I was 18. Like, I feel like I'm just kind of tired of it. Like, if I was making more money from it, I'd be doing it, like, more consistently. But I'm not making enough, so now I'm like, I feel like life has put me at this point where it's like, okay, like, I want to have a career to fall back on. I want to have, I want to be able to make enough to make a savings. I want to invest my money into, like, anything, like, property, whatever. And so I feel like I just thought of all these options, and I was like, okay, like, we have, and that's pretty much like looking into short-term schooling, like, what's it called? Not, I don't think it's called vocational school, but you know what I mean, like, kind of like the short-term schooling where you're getting a license for something. And I've always wanted to do cosmetology, but it also is very strenuous. Not strenuous, but like, I need something more quickly. So I was like, fuck it, esthetician school. And so I just went and got like my esthetician license, and well, not I just went and got it. I pretty much like have some money I had, and it was my rent money, but I'm just like, fuck it. Hopefully life looks out for me. I'm really spiritual too. So I'm just like, fuck it. Like, let's see. I just use my rent money, and I'm just hoping that it comes back, because it's just like, also like, I'm so tired of just like scraping by with sex work. Like, it's annoying. It's frustrating. It stresses me the fuck out. Like, I need like an actual career that I can count on. And so I just like took my fucking like rent money and just paid for my deposit for schooling that I start in July for my esthetician license. And so, yeah. I want to smoke. Hold on. I don't think I'm like supposed to do that on camera. I mean, I have like a ton in my purse. I feel like I'm probably gonna have to edit this out. You wanna come join the podcast again? Come here. Come here. I don't know why he's being. Come here, silly. Come join. Everyone wants to see you. You're like the face. Look. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Like, I'm not gonna be one of those like child star lumpers. Like, you have to do this. Like, I feel so bad for child stars actually. Like, everything they had to go through that week. Like, I feel like people like assume that when you're famous, like, you just have it set for you. But all these fucking child stars are fucking traumatized. If he doesn't want to be a star, he doesn't have to be a star. I want to be a star. I'm just kidding. Come here. Okay. What are you doing? I love it. He's so cute. He's little like tip tops. He's like, I promise, I literally just clipped his nails. He just like, I don't know, there's something about his nails that he's a big dog, so they're always gonna click clack. Click, click, clack, clack. What are you doing? You're so funny. Come here. Oh, you want to get your ball. No, it's not the time. But, so, what was I even talking? Oh, yeah. So I feel like, also, like, navigating life as a single trans woman in LA, I don't know, like, I feel like definitely dating is, I don't even want to talk about that. Like, but I just feel like, okay, I was talking about career. I feel like I was so confident in like what I wanted to do. And then like, I feel like now, like at a point where, I don't know, like I want like an actual career that I can count on, and, you know, and like if the other things fall in line and I get to be the next famous trans porn star like Emma Rose, like that'd be amazing. But I'm also like, I can't like keep waiting and depending on it. And I just, also, this is also facts. Like, I can't find a job. And even if I did find a job, I hate working a normal job. I can't stand people. I'm a trans woman where people always like act fucking weird because people are fucking weird. It's 2024, y'all. Like, chill out. I'm a woman. But everyone calls me a man and they act weird. I'm just like, okay. And also, that's tea. In LA, people think it's like so progressive, and like that's why I moved here. It's like I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee, and it's so conservative there. So I was like, I moved here as like also like an escape from like the extreme like conservatism. And what's funny is I got hate crimes here, like literally got beat up at the Abbey. Never got beat up in Knoxville, Tennessee. That's all I'm gonna say. But I just feel like also there's so much opportunity here, and that's why I stay. There's like so many different like you can network very well here. I'm really good at networking. I'm very outgoing. So it's way more easy for me to network, and it's baby, he found his ball. But also at the same time, I want to back up. I know I keep repeating myself, probably because I'm fucking stoned, but let's move on. What's another thing? I feel like also, I feel like since I live on the west side, my experiences are way different than someone who doesn't live on the west side. I feel like the west side is like a whole different part of LA that people don't even like people just act different here, I swear. Like, I don't know what it is. Well, I know exactly what it is. Like, old rich white people are fucking mean and hateful. I hate them. But I feel like also getting top surgery. I just got top surgery. Like, I got my breast augmentation 2 weeks ago, and I've definitely even noticed a difference like with how people treat me. Like, I don't know, like that just like kind of set me off to like pass more. I probably shouldn't use the word passing. I'm just using it as like a how does that, I feel like I get so 50-50 on that. Like, I hear some people are like, I hate the word passing, don't use the word passing. And then there's just like also like people who like they do use the term. So I'm like, is it problematic? Should it even be problematic with me saying it, since I am a trans woman? Like how I can say tranny, but other people can't say tranny, or it's like you know what I mean? But I feel like my top surgery definitely like helps me blend in a bit more in society, which is so nice, because like I am not like, I hate the idea that I look trans. Like I'm just trying to live my life as a woman, and it's just like whenever you live like throughout your transition, like I feel like you just like you get enough, like you get to a point where you're just like, I've had enough of this. Like, I'm tired of like people mistreating me based on like me just living my fucking day-to-day life as a fucking woman. So I feel like some people get to a point where they just don't care, but I just haven't been able to like, I don't know, I just get so anxious, and I like have this severe like anxiety about people like clocking me, like because I've just been like harassed, and I've been hate crimes. And I've just had a lot of negative experiences with people, like being very confrontational. And so I have more of like, I feel like it comes from a fear of being harmed. And so now I'm just at a point where I have severe anxiety from it. And so I'm just like, girl, can I just get my FFS and my fucking body and be done with it? But also like, I'm also doing it through Medi-Cal, so it's taking a lot. It takes a while, and I'm trying to be patient. But, and then everyone's always like, you're passing boots. I'm like, boots? You know? But also gender dysphoria. Have any words, like comments? He's licking the couch right now. But yeah. What else is there to talk about, bud? I got him in September. I moved into my first, this is actually my first ever apartment on my own, which is crazy to think about. And like I came here in September. I am terrified of men, and living home alone as a woman. So I actually got him immediately after I moved in, like week 1 or 2 after moving in, and we have been inseparable. um, it's like even when I'm having like a hard day, I'm just like, I want to cuddle with my dog. I want to cuddle with my baby. Yeah. I love him. She points cannot describe how much I love this man. And this is the only man I'll ever love. 2024, fuck men, give me money. Can you curse on YouTube? I don't know. I'm definitely gonna post this on YouTube for sure. Because I want to start doing podcasts, so I'm like, gonna do like a little snippet. I don't know. I definitely feel like I'm gonna need to figure this out though. Like, definitely make, because I also want to get like people on it, but I just like, I feel like I need to make it more professional looking though. I guess. I don't know. Because like, I feel like with social media, there's just this high, sometimes there's like this high expectation of what something should be, and it's just like, do I have to do it that way? Or, because the whole point to do it is for the numbers, correct? Because you want to have a podcast, I guess, in my perspective, like I want to have a podcast that kind of takes off at least and gets known, or at least being viewed by a lot of people, or like, but honestly, I'm a yapper, like I'm a yappy girl, like I just like to talk, so maybe, I guess, who gives a fuck? I don't know. Hi. Speak. 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 Oh, so sweet. But I guess speak it. But yeah, I don't know. Is this like a cute little like maybe? I don't know. You like my little grandma mirror? Someone said that one time in my apartment, and I was just like, that's my new nickname for that mirror. It's my grandma mirror. And but honestly, I don't care what people say. Like, I think it's so like homey. Like it gives you kind of like that nostalgic feeling of like, I don't know. It gives me like a bit nostalgia. Like when I lived with my like it was like I was living with my grandparents as a kid with my mom, and like they had like a mirror almost exactly like this, like next to the front door, with like a little like hook, like coat rack, and like it was just like, I don't know. Oh wait, okay, work. But it just gave me a lot of nostalgia when I seen it, so I like did up on my couch. I was like, ooh, what baby? But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about, Rod. I feel like it's so much easier when you have like a person to bounce off of. How do people do podcasts? Like these podcasts are literally like an hour long, just like talking, and I'm just like, I'm blanking. Like, what else do I talk about? Also, oh yeah, I was gonna talk about dating in LA. A mess. I don't know how, but also I'll say this. I see like Instagram reels all the time of women being like, oh, dating in LA, and they're like, oh, he asks me to pay 50-50. I'll say like, I've never, ever in my life paid 50-50. Not once. And I never will. Like, I'm literally such like, if some man was at a table with me and he's like, hey, can you pay? I would literally immediately stand up and walk the fuck out and drive home, because also I don't ever ride with men that I don't know, because like I always think of it like if I want to leave, I can leave anytime I want if I just drive my car. So I just like, I don't know why women do that. Like that's, girl, why why do you even sit there and argue with that man? I literally would look at him like he's stupid and get up and walk the fuck out of the restaurant. And it's like, okay, well now you're stuck with it. Bye. But yeah, I feel like dating, I just now got to a point where I've realized that I am mistreated by, I feel like I was mistreated by men because I believed them. I know, stupid. Like literally stupid. Like don't believe a man. But I feel like I would believe what they said, and then I've came to a point now where like each situation has ended the same. And why that is, I've kind of realized is because it's like I believe what they're saying and I don't stop and think like, oh, like why, like, you know what I mean? I feel like I was such in my lover girl era of like wanting to fall in love, and like would just let men push my boundaries and not placing my boundaries strong enough, because I was very strict on my boundaries, and then it like men just kind of like chipped away at me and would just make me like, after every time I felt like I was crazy, they're like, oh, you're such a bitch, oh, like you're weird, you're crazy, like, and then each like, and with men doing that, and just for you placing your boundaries and like being like strong in them, being like, oh, I don't want to do this, I prefer to do this, or I don't want to hang out here, let's hang out in public, or like after you've been talking to them for a couple weeks, they start dating off, and so I communicate, I'm like, why? And then they get like weird and they're like, you're like, why would you like ask me about me texting you? I've just been busy, which honestly I've realized now at this point, like if it gets to that point, it's done. Like they literally were just pushing you. And now they're like found someone new or something. That's easy. But then each time those situations happen, I started to believe that I was like crazy. And then I also have a kitty. Kitty, come here. Kitty. Okay. But would you like to speak? She says she hates men too. I do. I get you, sis. Like same. But it just got to a point where I was just like, I feel like I was trying to be like the cool girl. Like, I feel like I was like, maybe men had me convinced that I was crazy for a second recently. And so then I was just like, oh, like, maybe I do need to chill out. Maybe I am being too much. Like, but then when I started doing that, I felt like I was losing a part of myself. Like, it's like I was agreeing to do things I wouldn't usually do, because I was like, oh, I'm just being crazy. Like, I need to chill out. I'm too uptight. But that would make me uncomfortable. So then I, like, after, like, these past couple, like, guys, I had, like, a big epiphany about, like, men will literally do anything just to get what they want from you. Like, they will lie to you. They'll say anything you want to hear. And for my instance, it was like, I care about you. I do want to keep seeing you. Like stuff like that. And like, it was just like, but after this happening so many times, like you get to a point of just like finally realizing, like, I don't know. I am now at a point where like, I don't want to date anymore. I'm taking myself off the market. I really want to focus on like me and like what I want, and like love for myself, because like at the end of the day, like that's most important, is like how I feel about me and my worth and myself, and giving myself the love that I give my friends. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting here telling my friends, like, fuck that man, he's a piece of shit, why would you let him do that to you? While I'm over here, like, letting the most toxic men into my life. And it just is kind of like, oh shit, well, I can't do that. Like, why put up with that when I could just, like, be alone? And, like, I need to learn how to be happy in my own skin and in my own space, and not, I don't know. Like, I feel like letting a man, like, trying to date was making my, because I am confident in myself and I love myself, but I feel like men were chipping that away from me, if that makes sense. And so I just got to a point where I was like, fuck it, like, I want to be completely happy on my own, and just to not date anymore, because of how many times I've been hurt in my dating life. And I haven't even had a boyfriend. Like, make it make sense. But I just want to focus on, like, me and healing and love and respect for myself, and also focusing on my career, like focusing on my work, on my career, on my, like, on my family, like my dog and my cat. Like, I want to, like, I want to work on making more money so we can have a bigger space, because I live in a 1-bedroom apartment with a fucking built-in Malinois and a cat, which, it's like, it's not bad. I take him on multiple walks a day and stuff like that, but I just want him to be able to free roam more, since he's a big ass dog. And yeah, I feel like I've finally gotten to that point in my life where I just want to be alone. Like, just because, like, I've already dealt with enough in my life and I have enough stress on my plate to why bring in more stress when I'm already dealing with enough. And I think that as a society, we need to, as women, just kind of start implementing that. Like, we need to, because I feel like there's so much media out there about, like, finding the love of their life and all of that, and, like, I feel like women also get put down for any time they want to, like, actually, like, they demand the respect that they deserve. They're not giving that to them. So that's why we're in this whole dusty revolution, like get your bag, fuck men. And if you're gonna date, it's like, because it's also like, if you're gonna date, might as well, like, be with someone who is a provider, and to not associate with a guy who's not willing to do that for you. Because, like, something about these men these days, like, are crazy out of pocket. I cannot tell you how many stories I've heard of, like, men cheating on their girlfriends, like, with people I know, like, the craziest stories. And I don't think I've ever met someone who has not been cheated on. So it's like, girl, get your fucking bag, go on that fucking yacht, go to fucking Italy, fucking, even if it's not that expensive, it's like, at least he's actually taking the time to take care of you and make sure that you are provided for. And I've also seen the counter argument of, oh, well, he could use money against you to manipulate you. And I'm like, that's why you play smart. Like, you don't let it get to that point. Like, if something is yours, it's yours. And that is just, like, something that should be, I feel like we should be taking control of that narrative a bit more, because it's like, why, like, how are men, like, men are gonna men, like, and we should take care of ourselves in a society where men want to use women. Like, and so it's like you're taking your power back in a way. Like, because it's like, okay, well, do you have the salary? Are you providing this and this for me? What makes you different? What do you bring to the table? Because men love to say that. What do you bring to the table? Like, no, what do you bring to the table? You live in a 1-bedroom apartment, like, and you don't even have a car. And you're renting a 1-bedroom, like, in fucking Hollywood. Like, get the fuck out of my face. Hollywood's ghetto. Like, Hollywood is so ghetto. Like, I literally have been, like, chased into downtown LA. I had a homeless person chase me. I got mugged in fucking Hollywood. Oh my god, that shit was. I got mugged in Hollywood like 2 months ago, a month and a half ago. About a month ago, I was literally mugged in Hollywood, and that's why I live on the west side. But yeah, what else is gonna be on this TikTok? I don't know. Oh, I guess like being from the South. When you're from the South, like you learn so many. Come here. Come here. You learn so many, like, I feel like when you're from the South, you have this baseline of, like, things you learned as, like, a ground of respect for other people. And that was definitely a culture shock. Was when people here are literally so rude. So rude. I had to learn how to hold back my confrontation. Because, like, people will literally straight up just, like, I'll say, excuse me, and they won't even move. And then I push past them, and then now there's a problem. I'm saying, like, I said, excuse me, you need to move. I'm being polite, and you want to be what you're being. Like, West Coast people are so, like, mean. Like, I guess, like, when you're from the South, like, everyone, you'll have a random person walk up to you and be like, good morning. If I say that to someone, they look at me like I need to be in a psych ward. Also, I hate the weather right now. I feel like podcasts is like such an ADHD thing because you're like bouncing off multiple topics and like just like talking about so many random things. It's such an ADHD thing. But yeah. I think this is going to be a wrap for my first TED Talk. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I probably will make sure I get like a professional camera in the future for my podcasts. I don't freaking know. But, say bye, Diesel. Say bye. Any last comments? Bye, everyone. Say bye. Say bye.